Welcome back to the crossover. The plot thickens as Espella is now accused of being the Great Witch Bezella, and it's up to this lawyer from America and this professor from England to join forces and solve the mystery of Labyrinthia.
Would do.
Who's that
Cantabella stood in court under suspicion of being a witch. Thankfully, a young baker, or should I say, a young defense attorney named Mr. Wright, was able to prove her innocence. And then she got fucking arrested again.
She broke Maya's record.
She soon found herself under yet another accusation. Miss Cantabella was believed to be the Great Witch Bezella.
Sounds like a big case.
Pull our efforts together and assist her in any...
Like, we can't arrest her, Layton. They already did that.
Well, we can doubly arrest
her. Now let us open the book to Chapter 3, The Great Witch.
Like the Great Bitch.
Professor Layton asked Phoenix Wright calmly.
And the audacity of his witch.
The Great Witch. The legendary witch from ancient times.
We won't meet the Great Bitch for a little while.
She is the source of all evil, and the one who gives rise to all other witches.
That's very generic as a prophecy.
So what, does she literally birth all the witches?
As long as the Great Witch Bezella is alive, there will always be witches in Labyrinthia.
Also, no, Jovah, she uses QA for it.
Apparently, that is the commonly held belief.
Also, why does the silhouette look like a fire-breathing cat?
Well, cats pay into a lot of lore with witches.
Therefore, if Espella were to be put to the fire, there would be no further need for these trials.
Also, Shiroi, that may have to do with a bit of cut content, which I will later emphasize on. So, in other words, no Bezella, no witches. But how does that all implicate Espella?
Do I really need to say it?
Again.
By the way, Professor, you seem to know a lot about all this. Are you a witch?
No.
Isn't that what a witch would say?
The professor and I discovered a mural of the Great Witch Bezella in a room below the library.
Great Witch says what?
Shut up.
Damn
and
it.
It looked like it was painted a long time ago, that's for sure.
Huh. You mean like a wall painting of Bezella?
Yes. Indeed. There were some historical remains hidden beneath the library. We found it there. I'll call Inspector
Yeah.
At any rate, I'd very much like to investigate Bezella in greater detail. I'm afraid my knowledge extends no further than the legend known to the townspeople.
Huh.
In that case, I guess we have no choice but to ask Espella.
What's she gonna know?
Maybe she can tell us why she's accused of being Bezella.
I know. Let's act out how it would go. What do you know about the Great Witch?
She's a great witch.
And
Well, yeah, but there's just one little problem. Didn't they tell us we can't see her for a while?
Come on, we've never let that stop us before.
That is a good point. We're kind of
As
an
I remember,
orthodox
Maya
that way.
Phoenix actually waited patiently until his clients were able to talk.
I remember waiting all night to speak to Maya when she was first accused of killing her sister, now that I think about it. Maya, I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
I mean, you're good at talking, but sweet talking?
Hey, look, pal, we need to see Espella. It's a matter of life and death.
What, your death?
I'm not sure I would qualify that as sweet talk, but rather more of a full-on assault.
Hey Maya, why don't you do that thing where you channel your sister and woo the guy?
No.
She's done it. Or
Did
she
you
will.
not hear what Inquisitor Barnham said? Espella Cantabella is currently undergoing questioning.
We're not getting any results, but we're still trying.
And while it's taking place, no one's able to...
Can't you do something?
I
Ma'am,
just told you.
Hey, keep it down, will you? Orders are orders.
ma'am, I just work here.
No matter how many times you ask, the answer will still be no. Now be on your way, will you? Go on. Go!
Oh, he is.
Access denied.
There was an attempt, I
That
guess.
much is obvious, Maya.
Have a gold star.
What a sweet talker you are.
I can't believe Mr. Barnham took Espella into custody just because of that outburst.
That reminds me. Something Inquisitor Barnham said has been bothering me.
Objection.
Aside from his voice overall, it was not I who made the decision. I believe that's how he put it. Oh, sorry, wrong words. It was not I who made the decision.
Yeah, that's right. Though I'm not quite sure
Deep
that
breaths,
accent
Theo.
was on brand there, Layton. There's
Refer-
someone of
Sounded
higher
like-
authority than Inquisitor Barnham.
Compared to what Bentley says in Fusing Time, it would be considered a felony.
That's it. We'll just go and ask that person instead.
We're gonna climb up the hierarchy ladder.
But who in Labyrinthia could have more authority than...
Oh, you know, like the storyteller, Luke?
Well, I know how to find out. Let's ask around, Luke.
The story
Not you again. You don't give up, do you? Like I said before, you cannot see.
It's not Espella, it's someone else.
That's right, we'd like you to take us to see the person ranked above Inquisitor Barnham.
Above Inquisitor Barnham?
You're not telling me that... Oh, sorry.
You want to see a High Inquisitor.
Ooh, a High Inquisitor.
So they're called the High Inquisitor then?
She took all the weed in town.
What's this? Are you seriously suggesting me you don't even know High Inquisitor Darklaw?
Fucking please.
To the guillotine.
Wait a minute, Darklaw? High Inquisitor Darklaw? Where have I heard the name Darklaw before?
That's weird. I can't help but feel that I've heard that name somewhere before.
Just your imagination, Maya.
Wonder how that memory manipulation works.
I'm sorry, but could you tell us where we can find that person?
Please do me a favor and don't ask. She's not the sort of person you can just group in and see, believe me.
Oh, someone in authority. I've dealt with those a lot in my career.
But there's something of importance we wish to discuss with her.
You people really are fearless. Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, come on,
Yes,
how
it
bad
touches
could
the
she
arrow.
be?
To be Inquisitor Darklaw, you must go to the Inquisitor's hole. Just be careful not to upset her.
Again, how hard could that be?
We understand. Thank you for your assistance.
I forgot that I don't think this game
And
does...
stop doing that gesture with your hand.
Is the High Inquisitor really so fearsome?
Seriously, it looks like you're doing...
Oh, of course not! Not our High Inquisitor! She's wonderful, beautiful, intelligent, just a little strict.
Oh.
Well, she's the High Inquisitor. She kind of should
You
be.
have to go mentioning what they said about upsetting her, understood?
Oh, you're her ex, aren't you?
Don't worry, you can rely on us.
Thank you, small defenseless child.
Duly noted.
Also...
High Inquisitor. Oh, go on.
go.
That title sounds really high up on the food chain, doesn't it?
Apparently,
Hi.
if we go to the Inquisitor's hole, we can see her there.
I forgot the Jovah and Pedro. Does this game does the Layton thing about blocking you out of a zone until you reach a certain puzzle solved quota?
No.
I don't think it does. No.
No, it doesn't. From what I recall, well, okay, if I recall correctly, there are some bouts where you do need to solve a certain number of puzzles, though I wouldn't remember. Usually whenever I'm playing through this game, I just make sure to get every puzzle I can get, so
Sure.
maybe there are some bouts here and there.
I don't remember, but then again, when you think about it, if there isn't, it makes sense that there isn't because the structure of this game is like Layton section is a training section. So obviously, how would a limit like that would even work necessarily?
Well, okay, the way a limit like that would work is if per se during a Layton section to progress somewhere to get through the chapter you need a certain number of puzzles. I think there are a few moments like those in this game, if I'm recalling correctly.
See, the thing is, Joe, unlike the main Layton games, you can't go back to previous places.
But
so.
remember, Pedro, though, we have Riddell, who helps you get puzzles that you've missed.
True. That is true, but if that was the case, then I guess. But at the same, I guess you'd be having to solve a lot of puzzles from Riddell, I guess. So yeah.
Well, isn't that kind of the case with a lot of Layton games? If you're more or less just skimming through on the bare minimum.
Well, sure. But if you're going on bare minimum, at the very least, there's still quite a good amount of puzzles that can still be solved on the actual proper place because there's.
Okay.
Ah, I can see Inquisitor Barnham over there.
Uh-huh.
No, we cannot have
Okay.
takeout tonight.
Which means that woman standing next to him must be...
High Inquisitor Darklaw.
Oh, I'm getting final boss vibes from her.
I look so serious. It might be difficult to butt in. Perhaps we should wait until they finish their conversation.
It's also very polite, what a gentleman should do, Luke.
Exactly. I need to point this out for Layton.
We have prepared the questioning of Espella Cantabella. She's in the Death Knell dungeon. Would you like to see her now?
Death now.
It's Death Knell too.
Oh,
How fitting a name.
Barnham, I intend to leave the questioning of the girl to you.
how kind.
My finger points.
Let him brush up on those interrogating skills.
But if she's indeed the Great Witch, shouldn't the High Inquisitor be there?
I don't want to be there. I clocked out 5 minutes.
This is past my shift.
It is not necessary that I be present, and I have much faith in your abilities.
I don't
Sounds
actually. I just
like
want to
it.
leave. I want to go home.
So just shove all the work onto your subordinates then?
Reminder,
Yeah,
this is still
exactly.
happening in one single night.
Yes, it is.
Understood. I will not let you down.
Now, excuse me, I have my latest comic scroll to read.
I intend to visit the scene of the crime. You take care of things here while I'm away. This is your punishment for not getting me the right amount of chicken nuggets.
Plus, you lost the trial as well, so that too.
The scene of the crime? You mean...
Yes, your bedroom is a tip.
That's right. It's unlikely there are any clues left, though. Not that you
Wait.
could find anything in that mess.
Which means there's totally evidence left there.
Anyway, the questioning is yours, Barnham.
Well, think of it this way: we're splitting duties. I'll look for evidence. You question the witness. Sorry, the defendant.
Yes, I'll look for evidence.
Yes, milady.
And please put that sword away. I have very not pointy things.
It looks like they finished talking. The conversation has concluded. The
Shut
deliberation...
up.
I couldn't hear any of it over the music.
They've shut up.
Inquisitor Barnham.
Look, I thought we wanted to talk to Darklaw.
I know, I just want to make sure it's safe.
She's a scary lady.
Safe for what?
How did you get in here?
We walked.
We knocked on the door.
Sorry, sir. We didn't intend to eavesdrop.
Even though you totally did.
We had nothing important.
Inquisitor Barnham, there's something we'd like to ask you. Also, she's definitely not safe for work, if that's what you were gonna say.
Yeah, no. She seems like the kind who would absolutely thrash someone and wear the pants in that.
I have no time right now. You best leave.
Oh my god, is he whipped? I think he's whipped by her.
He's gone, and yeah, probably.
Time to question Espella. Hopefully I have better luck with this one than I do with Franziska.
Look, Espella, for the last time, what's 2 plus 2?
22?
Right, let's talk.
To
Oh wait, but
Darklaw,
first,
please.
let's look over first.
Yeah, and then we mentioned something in the previous screen. Apparently, Maya was considering using a bench as a torture device on Phoenix. Just adding that onto the pile.
Thanks, Maya. Does Barnham use his own desk to practice swordplay on? It's damaged beyond belief.
Anyway, you were saying, Pedro?
Oh, I love that bit. It's amazing that the desk hasn't collapsed yet. Wow, so there you go. Barnham abuses desks even more than the usual attorney.
What a stark contrast with the tiny desk on the other side of the room. Reminds me of my own.
Wait, your desk is that messy, Professor? Dang.
So remember, Rosa even jokes about it in Last Spectre. So it's a classic writing thing, like the smarter and more dedicated
the professor.
Yeah, that too.
This is not a mess, it is art.
Yeah.
Like it's like the whole oh my god, I can't understand his handwriting at all. He must be a great doctor. You know, like it's that whole cliche of our writers imperceptible handwriting.
This Darklaw is taking very good care of that quill. Looks as good as new.
Wow.
They made that joke once in
what are you all doing?
We're
they
just
made that joke
examining
once in,
the area, Miss.
They made that joke once in Recess where Miss Spencer's like, oh, I can't understand this at all. He must be a great dentist. But for example, in National Legacy, there's very few puzzles that you have to solve via the kitty, because since you can visit almost all areas at all times in National Legacy, that's probably the one that has the least amount of puzzles that are sent to the kitty. So
I think we've also seen like Layton's desk on occasion, like in the
oh
same
yeah,
room.
sure.
Yes.
Again, not just have someone professor like Jovah said. Like usually when there's like someone who's like a really talented and very dedicated professor or student or whatever it is, they always have their rooms messy because it's just considered just a quirk, like a part of the whole personality.
Labyrinthians seem to be fond of statues. They put them everywhere.
So, you are the High Inquisitor.
No, I'm the janitor. Of course I'm the fucking High Inquisitor.
From the way you talk, one would think we had already met.
You said it, not him.
I'm certain we have never met before. But I did have the opportunity you at the Storyteller's Parade.
By the way, this is Layton's first time ever playing a game in Ace Attorney perspective.
Playing in third person, yeah.
It helps.
Again, the shifting between how characters are presented is all over the place. It's 1 second, the Layton one and then the Ace Attorney one.
That's right, Professor. During that parade, she was standing right next to the storyteller.
Very well observed, look.
Storyteller. Isn't he the one who,
Worship
Pay
me,
attention, Phoenix.
Worship me, for I am your god.
He is known as the creator in this town.
He
Exactly.
literally writes everything that's going to happen when you think about it.
So any person who gets to stand by his side has to be someone important, right?
Come to think of it, did he write that the trial would go exactly that amount of crazy?
Apparently
Yes.
not.
Yes, I love me some crazy stories.
Did you all just come here to stand around speculating?
Hey,
could
look, we're narrating here, okay?
If so, there's a quiet cell in the dungeon, which has just become vacant. You can speculate all you want in there.
On second
Besides-
thought,
Talking.
Besides, I could write a quiet story where everything goes well, but where's the fun in that?
Also, High Inquisitor, I'd like to remind you that you managed to do that as a leap to someone who committed blatant theft.
Just a moment, Miss Darklaw. We have come here to talk to you, didn't we, Luke?
and please do
The
not...
Storyteller isn't exactly into this slice of life bullshit. Talk to me.
And please don't
Yes.
throw us in jail. The girl by my side has spent enough times in a jail cell.
That's right. It's about this trial. We'd like to ask you about it.
Teo, shouldn't be more like talk to the gauntlet?
The claw, I guess, because it's in
Or
our
the
title.
claw, rather.
Inquisitors do not make a habit of discussing the details of trials with just anyone.
That's another thing, Jovah. What is the specific pun? Dark claw or dark law?
I think
Dark
it's
Claw.
supposed to be
Yes.
dark... Oh, wait, I think they're both puns in that regard.
Yeah.
Just anyone. We, or in particular he,
It's a double pun tail, just like my car in Yokai Watch.
acted as Espella's barrister. Any.
Yeah, I'm the ace attorney here, so I believe that gives me jurisdiction. That's me, alright. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law.
Please look at this badge.
It shows that I am a lawyer.
So, you're the one.
Yes, I am the one.
The
He's
one they're
like a
calling
Buddha.
Sir Blue. The one they're calling Sir Blue Knight.
You're the knight of the court who opposed Inquisitor Barnham, aren't you?
Ah, so Sonic's the
you
knight
just
of the...
become the next boy toy.
Wait, what? But I have a girl waiting
Theo.
for me. Oh, wait, no, I don't know that yet.
Teo, you say that. Teo, you say that as if that's a bad thing.
Depends what Phoenix thinks.
I received a detailed report. Yes, indeed. Most interesting.
You know, going
He has
off...
a girlfriend and a boyfriend waiting for him.
Ah, yeah.
Sherry, according to fan animations recently, doesn't seem to be the case.
Those are fan animations, thank you very much. They're fan
The internet is
on
way
for a reason.
too much already over that.
Yeah, not like the official wedding ring merch, that's a thing.
I should ask Darklaw about.
Wait, shouldn't it be I asking about this stuff?
Nope.
I'm talking.
Espella was proven innocent at the last trial. Just
Well,
for
looks
that,
like you're
I'm
not
taking
talking,
over. Despite that, she's now been accused of being a Bezella, even though there's no decisive evidence to support that claim.
Why
Oh,
are you
actually-
talking? I'm asking her.
Because it's
Just
my
a moment.
profession.
Before we discuss
Hey,
that,
I talk to people too.
there is one thing I need to make clear. Stop talking. While it's true that you acted as Espella's defender in the last trial,
You sucked at it. So therefore you don't count. Now leave.
Layton, no pantomiming from the peanut gallery.
that does not necessarily mean to say you will be defending her again.
Yes,
Say
I'll
what?
do it. I'll defend her, and this time I can do it in half the time you did.
You don't even know how to properly run a trial, Layton.
Yes, I. Your games. They suck, but I played them.
Uh-huh, yeah. Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Not you,
Hold on,
her.
Not you, Layton. Her.
Just because the trial is different, that doesn't change the fact that I'm her attorney.
What is attorney anyway?
Yeah,
Same-
she's a defender, Phoenix.
The same thing a barrister is.
The charge against Espella Cantabella is of the gravest nature.
She stole my grapes.
And 40 cakes.
And that's
That's
terrible.
terrible.
You mean the charge that she's the Great Witch Bezella?
There's a
No.
fact you're gonna say that she stole the grapes from the King of Gondolin. Something. I've got.
What makes you think the accused wants you to defend her again?
The
I've got-
fact that she wanted me to defend her in the first place, and that would be my third time defending her, cause holy cow, this is the first time I've had a defendant be my client more than once in a game. Like, usually when I have repeat clients, they usually wait at least a game, but Espella's special.
Excavation Park.
Oh, God.
Does that mean that if Espella doesn't ask Nick to defend her again,
Then she's doomed.
Oh yeah, they're doing the same thing where Espella is gonna have to be told to pick a defender. She'll probably just pick Phoenix again anyway.
then he can't request to be her defense attorney?
Yes, that is what I just said.
Correct. The Great Witch Bezella is the source of all other witches.
So she doesn't get a defender.
I've got plums, I've got peaches, I've got grapes.
Her defender could, by their own words, place themselves in great danger.
Ah, great. Just what I need. We all become targets just for
Whatever,
defending
that's
the
like-
Great Witch.
Whatever, I do that every day.
Knowing Espella's kind nature, I don't think she'd want to subject anyone to that risk.
And
Also,
that's
Phoenix
you do
has
not
literally
know what
got
these groups have
pummeled
been
by
through.
Galactus and survived, so
Mhm.
I think you can take the risk.
That's why she kept quiet earlier.
Because she doesn't want any risk to come to us, because I guess the town might not take too kindly to the lot defending what's supposedly the Great Witch.
However, Espella is, at this very moment, undergoing questioning, is she not? And there is a possibility that she may be cleared of the suspicion of being a witch.
I mean, it's already happened once. Why not again?
That's right. There can't possibly be any evidence of Espella actually being a witch. Unless you plant some, but you would never do that, I'm sure. So how can anyone prove she is?
Just how well do you people really think you know Espella?
We've known her
Not
all of, 47
days?
hours.
Yeah, not to mention, this is the world of Ace Attorney where everybody's guilty till proven innocent, don't you know?
And everyone has huge skeletons in their closets.
On what grounds can you say that she's not a witch, or that there is no evidence? This isn't your confetti-throwing courts you're used to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And here we throw fire.
It's what I choose to believe.
At people.
Not just that, usually when this particular type of argument is thrown, usually the rebuttal will be the same as yours. It's 50-50. What's your
That's
point?
not fair. Why are
Yeah.
you...
Plebs, please don't quote that movie.
I should ask Bezella.
Also, I would like to remind you that Maya is the same person that when seeing M. Bison for the first time, someone who murders people just by looking at them too much, she had to say that his chin looks like a butt.
And she survived!
Yeah.
Is the Great Witch not just a figure of legend?
Maybe Maya's just unkillable.
The Great Witch Bezella does exist. That is a fact accepted by all the townsfolk.
Do you have any evidence?
Present evidence.
Twist, Maya is the Great Witch Bezella.
Yeah,
The one
Maya's
time
the
she
Great
actually is guilty.
In the past, the Great Witch Bezella used her evil power to burn the entire town.
So in turn, the
Right.
evidence of Great Witch Bezella are the fire scars, aka the burned remnants.
Great job rebuilding it.
Way later on, sorry.
Professor, we saw that witch in the picture in the library. She was burning the town.
Look, don't let Darklaw here and get the librarian fired.
If the Great Witch Bezella uses her powers, this town could burn again, as it did long ago. I have to wonder if in the early iteration of this game there was an instance of Maya spirit channeling, because I would love to see the shit show that would result from that.
It really does scream the whole. It really does scream of Maya uses her powers, but she gets mistaken for a witch and she gets put on trial for that. It feels a huge missed opportunity.
Keep in mind, guys, not only do we miss out on that opportunity, but the game never actually states that Maya's a spirit medium, to the point where the localization
even mentions.
The localization kind of even poked fun of that, saying, I could explain why she's wearing this odd outfit, but we don't have time for that after all. It
would get us all executed.
It does tie into, again, how I feel the original game was going to go, but trust me, there is a lot to go in with that. Which is why it's best saved for later. One reason? Just one?
I should ask Darklaw about her mom. Sorry. From what you've told us so far, it seems there's something we do not yet know.
Huh.
Something which makes the towns believe that she is the Great Witch Bezella.
Have you not paid attention to her name?
Could you tell us what that reason is? And I hope it's not something as silly as their names rhyming, because otherwise you would kind of be a dumb Great Witch to do such an obvious ploy.
That's something you will have to investigate.
Typical.
I'm not telling you.
I mean, we don't want to spoil things for the player too soon now, do we?
As the High Inquisitor, do you think it would be in my best interest to provide you with that information?
Well, to see that justice is done properly instead of somebody having to be burned.
My name is Darklaw. What? Don't you get? My name is Darklaw.
Look at my outfit and hear my name. We like to burn people here.
Actually, your outfit suggests you get up to some rather interesting activities at the night, but I'm not one to judge.
Nah, she's wearing too much for that.
Also, she has black cat ears, it seems.
Again, that does tie into stuff that has to do with the original plot of the game and some dummied out content, which again, we may, at this rate, we may have to dedicate...
It's still a more plausible air horror mental, whatever scene she does have.
But I think what me and Jovah are trying to say is that, much like Final Fantasy XIII, there was enough cut content to make a full another game.
Let me put it like this, like, the amount of cut stuff... Well, okay, I can't even make the joke that it needs its own part, because there will actually be several extra parts where we do look at cut content. So it's actually enough for several parts of this playthrough.
It's also similar slightly to what Hidetaka Miyazaki does with some of his recent brings from software. Just a lot of characters were supposed to have different roles compared to the ones we got in the product. In here, there's just the caveat of also the story being affected.
The reason I bring it up is that what that original story was supposed to be like, and what we actually got, really does tie into the one blemish on this game as a whole, that being the epilogue chapter. We are not anywhere near to that. I will just let you know. That chapter is special.
Or like, what, 40 parts before that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that episode is special and leave it at that.
I hope you all realize how this will look to the people in this town.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time I started off being hated.
One weakness.
When they see you all supporting the person suspected of being the Great Witch Bezella?
Oh boy, humans and witches alike may be after us.
You are going to be cancelled.
Seriously, the more time passes, the more Labyrinthia does resemble Twitter.
Well, considering what happened in the game where I wasn't in it.
When it comes to rescuing Espella, I'm not worried about what people think.
And I feel the same way as Mr. Wright. Yeah, that's...
I will...
I feel the same way.
That is what I was hoping to hear.
Of course, all according to plan.
Yes it is.
It will be used against us.
You just admitted to being the Great Witch's
accomplices, yes.
At the very least, you should investigate.
Thanks. We were kinda gonna do that, actually.
It makes it more fun.
That's the thing, Jovah, she said it now, it's official, endorsed.
Yeah.
And I pray I don't see disappointment in your eyes the next time we meet. None. No, now, if you will excuse me.
I'd love to go whip Barnham some more into shape.
You mean that figuratively, right? Right?
Thank you, Captain Phoebus. I'm sure you will whip my men into shape.
What are you people talking about?
I'm referencing The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Been so long since I saw that movie.
Oh yeah.
Properly. I know everything, but not.
Oh,
You know,
in that case, Tail, I know what I'm gonna get you to watch next time. It's just the two of us around.
Hey, Nick, I was thinking, can I go hang out with Darklaw?
Yeah, we have met her before. And also, why do you want to hang out with her?
I'd rather prefer that, considering the internet seems to be loving to ship Maya with Francisca for some reason. I think.
Well, Regina won't hang out with me.
She's better with Adrian. Sorry.
Well, Regina's the spawn of Satan, so we don't want her shipped with Maya.
Okay. I wouldn't say
And again, I'm also on the Francisca and Adrian tree.
Okay, I'll admit, Regina ain't that bad. She's just a piece.
Clueless.
Yeah, she's a piece in a overall pretty rotten puzzle that thankfully saw a fine enough conclusion, I would say.
Actually, yeah,
I
Jovah's...
brought her up because Maya clearly has like a little crush on
Actually,
her.
no, never mind. Jovah has a point. It's more so Acro that, like, no.
Also, Professor, that's your answer to everything. This reminds me of a puzzle. I might as well.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Luke.
Although-
I wonder if it'd be back at the first return.
Although I will admit, I do find Fran Maya to be cute, even if I...
To me, Jovah just feels a bit out of nowhere. Sure, you can argue that the fact that Francisca was, more involved with the rescuing of Maya in case 2-4,
And also
does
3-5.
Sure, there's that too.
Hey, Jovah, you play the investigation game, so you know what I mean, right? Like, we need a spin-off game of just Von Karma and Francisca, doing their shit. So...
I think you did very well, Mr. Wright. I'm sure she'll understand.
She's like a mother to Espella. What is it, like Hellfather and Helldaughter?
Basically, Shirley, there's a bit in the investigation games where we actually get to see young Francisca and her daddy in the same scene and everything, and we get to see how their relationship is. Basically.
I guess that was what the anime referenced in that bit as well.
Yes.
Actually,
yes,
kinda, sort of, a bit. Let's just say
I
that
still
bit...
haven't seen season 2.
Yeah.
How the court proceedings went and the way the townspeople reacted.
We're in deep shit.
Espella, you indeed have a secret.
Who doesn't have a secret
Indeed.
from us at this point, Professor? Welcome to my world.
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
Maybe
You,
that's the twist.
Mr. Lee.
Espella is actually Don Paolo in disguise all this time.
The manner and speech of the mysterious woman accompanying
first
Inquisitor
time,
Barnham
but-
allude
No.
to her high status. Mr. Wright and Miss Fay seem to have heard of her. Who on earth could she be?
Standing alongside the storyteller during the parade indicates her high standing and the power she wields.
All the words waiting for you.
So join us next time where I take over the case because Phoenix Wright can't defend his way out of a paper bag.
Just you try, Layton. I'll object you right back out.
See ya.
Yeah.